Hi guys, this is Atco. I usually get on to Craigslist every day and see if there's anything out there interesting. Well, I ran into this thing a couple days ago. It's a wire recorder. These are what came out before tape recorders. I think they first came out maybe like in the 1920s. And definitely there were some out in the 1930s. Usually they were in part of a larger cabinet, you know, like a console with radios and all this stuff. And then in the 40s there were some portables that came out. This one that I found is from the 40s, late 40s. So you know, they kind of obsolete pretty quick once tape came out, and tape started coming out available in the very early 50s. But this is really cool, and I bought this because it's kind of another part of media history. So I thought I'd show you what it is. It's a Webster, made in Chicago, and it came with microphone if you want to do your own recording. I don't think they ever made any kind of pre-made music or anything like that, and I think everything was just for recording. But I asked the guy, where do you have it, and he said it was part of their family. It was an aunt who died 30 years ago, and when they were selling stuff, they just grabbed it and put it into the attic. And I asked them if they ever used it. I said, I don't know if I ever used it. So I just took it as is, 25 bucks. I came home and did something that's probably stupid. I shouldn't just, anything that's been sitting out for 30, 40, 50 years and never been plugged in, but I've just plugged it in and turned it on. It seems to be working. So it only had one spool in there. I'm not sure how it is easy to replace that spool. I want to keep it tied into the spool right now. And I'm not going to record anything on it right now. I'll play with it soon. But let me show you a little bit about this one. Okay guys, I'm going to run this thing a little bit to show this off how it works. I'm going to do this by hand on my camera, so let's see how well I do keeping it steady. Alright, so again, this is a Webster made by Chicago. All the controls. And it uses this spool of wire, goes up through the head and the return spool. It's very similar to a tape recorder, except instead of tape it's using a regular, looks like just a steel wire. Okay, so let's turn this thing on. And I think it's 5 or 6 tubes, so we'll let that thing warm up a bit. The controls, the only other controls are setting it to run, stop, or rewind. Alright, now the only thing that's on this thing is, looks like they were just playing with it in their own family. I don't really have much concern that I may overwrite anything when I do want to test this thing, but for right now, let's just make sure it works. So let's go ahead and get it to play.
Dada? Huh? Dada? Look at it. Dada. Come on, Dada. Come on. Dada.
Well, looks like there's a new kid in the family.
Where's Dada? Where's Dada? Oh, terrible. Oh my. Cindy, John. Timmy. Hi. What are you doing? Huh? You want to touch it? Timmy? Where's Dada? 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 Say Dada? Huh?
Well, obviously you can see it's nothing special that I need to keep, so I will probably test with this thing. But it's pretty cool, and it's something new, part of media history. Thought you might find it interesting. You guys take care. This is Atco, signing off.